comedian Bill Bailey is a self-confessed animal lover. During the pandemic, as well as doing Strictly, he set up his own mini zoo at home, taking in hens and pigeons and ducks, even frogs, apparently, that needed a home.
Well, now he's backing the Kennel Club's latest campaign, warning of the impact the cost of living crisis is having on our dogs. And Bill is with us here on the sofa now. Morning.
Good morning.
No dog with you this morning?
No.
No frogs?
No frogs
pigeons?
this morning.
Slightly
no.
disappointed.
No, we couldn't
You've
get
let us
past
down.
security. No.
They let us in.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you, but it's a serious point, isn't it? Because we're talking a lot on the programme this morning about people struggling to pay their bills, keep their homes warm, fill their cars with fuel. Pets can be a luxury, can't they?
Yes.
And it can be the first part of the family budget that suffers.
That's right. Exactly. And it's it's heartbreaking to hear that people having to give up their animals, their dogs, beloved family pets, because everyone is suffering financially. So what this campaign, the reason I wanted to get involved is it's a brilliant way to sort of mitigate against all those things. And like £10 will feed a little dog for 2 weeks, and it make a huge difference. And particularly this time of year when, unfortunately, a lot of dogs are ending up in rescue centres and shelters. It's a way to really sort of to make a difference for dogs at Christmas.
And one of the problems I imagine is that a lot of people bought dogs or rescued dogs right at the start of the pandemic, didn't they? It was a thing that lots of people did. And little did we know then that we would now be coming into a cost of living crisis this winter.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And the thing is that, what this research that the Kennel Club Charitable Trust commissioned, they found that so many people are willing to sacrifice, for their own dogs. I mean, I'd be the same, dogs are sort of such an integral part, but they're like family members. And it's terrible that people are being put into this position. And forced into these terrible, sort of trying to make decisions. What do we keep and who do we keep?
This research that you mentioned for the Kennel Club, the figures are really striking, aren't they? So they spoke to 2,000 dog owners. According to that, a third of people said that they would go without food themselves in order to feed their animals, their pet dog.
That's right, yes. I mean, it's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, I've just heard so many stories anecdotally about exactly that, stories where people had a dog, and the thing is, dogs are so much more than just companions. They're like family members. They're with you all the time. They help when you're feeling a bit down. Playing with a dog lifts your spirits, and you get out more with the dog. You're more active. It's good for people's mental health, and so being able to keep their dogs is a huge thing.
The irony is, this is a time when people who have a dog probably need that companionship and fresh air more than ever.
Yeah, that's right.
We need a bit of joy in our lives, don't we?
Well, exactly. I mean, our dogs are just like that. Every time you feel a bit down.
All right.
Who have we got here?
Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, that's Teddy. And that was me. I was a husky when I was when I did a.
That husky liked you a lot.
And this is our dog Luchu. And that's Indonesian for cute.
Rightly so.
Rightly so, yeah.
Was Luchu rescued?
Yeah.
Have you always had dogs? Did you have dogs as a child?
Kid.
Yeah?
Since I was a kid, we had dogs. My mum and dad had dogs. And then when I left home, we always had a dog. I just can't imagine not having a dog around, They're just brilliant. They're the best fun.
But you don't just have dogs. Talk us through the whole zoo.
Well, we've got you mentioned the hens and the frogs and the chickens and the ducks and the parrots. A lot of them are rescues, and because once word gets out that you rescue animals, that's it. The whole street knows. You get people coming to the door. Bill, hello, this is birds falling out of the nest. Oh, we found this. Can you look after this? And one night I remember there was a fox crying in the night about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we went out. I just happened to be up, and somebody across the road said, "Oi, is that your fox? Can you keep it down?"
Is that your fox?
Like they just assumed that we'd have one.
You've got a pet fox.
Got a pet fox, So
brilliant.
yeah, once you get the reputation, that's it. We're always inundated with animals.
Was it your fox?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No,
and how do they all get on together? Because that's quite.
We just put them all in a big dome and let them fight it out. It's like Thunderdome. No, they all get on really well. Some of them are pets, some of them are just rescues that are passing through. But it's just fantastic. I love being around animals. I think they just give you so much joy. I think it's good for the soul.
And if anyone is struggling at the moment, if somebody is desperately trying to keep hold of an animal that they love that's part of the family, but they are struggling financially, what should they do?
Well, there's the Kennel Club Charitable Trust have, they go to the website, there's lots of resources there about charities that look after animals. They provide money and funding for lots of little charities all around the country, dog shelters, animal shelters, financial support. It's a fantastic resource. It's I think it's kennelclubcharitabletrust.org and /Christmas, and that's all the information about the campaign. You
must do a lot of walking of those dogs, don't you?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah, and it gets you out and about. It's great. I love that.
Keeps you fit, Bill.
Keeps you really fit. There's the dogs. They're looking at you like, we're going out, right? Come on. Every time we go to the door, I'm coming.
Another walk.
I love that.
I just love that. And so, but the thing is, you go to the park and there's masses of people with dogs. They're all chatting away. You interacting with people. The dogs are interacting. It's just, it's a little mood lifter for the day.
But you've just done a big walk recently for your mate Sean, haven't you?
That's right.
For Sean Locke, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that was back in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a tough challenge actually. It was 100 miles along the southwest coast.
100 miles.
And the dogs came with us. Actually, the dogs are quite handy. Oh, there's Sean there. Oh. Yeah, that was on one of our walks. It was great. We walked with Sean's family and his friends, and we sort of told stories about Sean along the way. It was a kind of way of remembering him, celebrating him, but walking along is great. It's a great way to do it.
Lovely way to do it. Lovely to meet you, and thanks for coming in this morning. Have you been watching this series of Strictly?
I have indeed.
Have
you?
Go
on.
Who's your money
Bringing
on?
back memories.
Oh, it's getting tight now.
Go on.
It's
We're at
very
that crunch
tight.
point,
We're at
aren't
the
we?
crunch point. I mean, I've got to say, Hamza's looking good for it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to jinx it. I'd say everyone's got in with a chance. Yeah.
And those lifts.
Yes.
Incredible.
Absolutely. No, he's
because you loved your time on Strictly, didn't you?
I had the best time. It was really good fun.
Yeah.
It was
and we needed it. That was during the pandemic, wasn't it? We needed that sparkle.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh, look. Oh, my
this
word.
is a show dance.
Oh,
look, check this out.
Look at you.
Look at that. I mean, is that me doing that?
I think that is you,
It is
Bill.
me, yeah. See, there was a bit in this routine where, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit where Oti just looks at me and she goes, breathe!
I love it. And you stopped. Yeah.
And I was like, what, am I not breathing? It's one of these, it's around here. She goes,
That's
that's
hilarious.
just right there. She's saying, because she'd often do that to me. She'd just say, breathe, stop, slow down, you're too fast. She was tough.
Love it. Well, it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah, it got you there.
It did.
And now we know the reason you stuck with it is because it got you out of walking the dog and looking after the frogs.
That's right, exactly, yeah. Yes, it was a bit of a relief.
Bill, lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in.
No worries.